working at ICICI Bank in the home loan department, and he has various different hobbies. He likes to read, he likes to exercise, he likes to get himself and learn about Advaita philosophy. And when I asked him who is that one influencer that has influenced you, he says that is his guru called as Prashant, who has taught him about the Advaita philosophy and the entire nature of how Advaita works. Please welcome speaker number 2, Toastmaster Shiv Kumar. Toastmaster Shiv Kumar, my first biology lesson gone wrong. My first biology lesson gone wrong. Toastmaster Shiv Kumar.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
One day, my mother woke me up at 2 a.m. Not for swimming, not because I was sick, to take me to our neighbor's house. Inside home, my sister lying on the floor, on bed sheet. The newborn baby kept beside her carefully. I remember standing there, half curious, half sleepy, and staring at that tiny face. Even after sleep, that image stayed in my brain. And next day morning, that exploded with the questions. The easiest to target was my mother. Who is that baby? That baby is your sister's. Don't you know that? Yes. But who gave that baby to her? Who gave? God gave that baby to her. God? When did he come? He did come, but is there always in the photo? See, look at there. Okay, then how did he keep that baby? He gave like this. Your sister took that baby and kept beside her. See? At that moment, implanted strong belief in me. God is speaking with my parents, but not with me. Friends, do you see innocence here? 5-year-old was not challenging faith, but he was curious, just curious. When curiosity means avoidance, it doesn't disappear, but it waits. When curiosity means avoidance, it doesn't disappear, but it waits. When children ask parents, from where do baby come from? Parents panic. Either they don't ask such questions, or they distract them with stories. When you avoid curiosity, it doesn't prevent, but it confuses it in children. I thought about it. What might be the right approach to be when my children inevitably ask the same question to me? I stayed with the thought and I came up with a simple answer. Buddha, babies grow inside mother's body, a special place called womb. When they are ready, doctors help them come out safely. And children are unsatisfied souls. They naturally ask the next question. From where did that baby come out? I can answer calmly. Inside mother's body, there is something called mother opening through which baby comes out. So when we articulate our responses, the right voice, there is no fear, there is no shame, there is no defense. Friends, curiosity begins with child, but it doesn't end with childhood. It only changes its questions. Thousands of years ago, one curious mind questioned entire universe. What is everything made of? And that was Kanaka, where everyone could able to accept what they could see. He kept asking the question, can we go a bit further? Can we go a bit further? Aryabhata. He was not trying to be different, but is honest with his questions. Kanada, who questioned the matter, and Aryabhata, who questioned the sky, with the same curiosity children question us. This inquiry leads to discovery of the only discovery of the world. It also helps us discover ourselves. I questioned myself. Why do I fear on stage? I asked something deeper. Is this fear is about people or judgment? Whose approval I am seeking? Is this fear is in action or in the thoughts? And each honest question removes layer of shame, pretense, and fear until I reach something raw myself. Friends, when we are 5 years old, we are always asking questions, but most of us stop today. Not because the questions disappeared, but feeling of safety when asking them did. So we learn to avoid them. Remember, no truth, no religion, no belief deserves manipulation in the name of personal. No truth, no religion, no belief deserves manipulation in the name of personal. If parents don't answer, children don't stop asking. They grow up and they ask someone else. I leave you with a one question. Are there still questions in your mind right now that inner self wanted to ask, but your adult self learned to avoid? Maybe not getting new answers, but finding the courage to ask them again. The same curiosity once we had as a children. And if our children inevitably ask same question to us, to be able to articulate the right words without pretense, with honesty. Since when curiosity meets avoidance, it doesn't disappear, it waits more clear.
I think the one question that he asked was the inner child within you wants to ask a question, but then your outer you is hiding it. I can sense that question, and that question is: are we going to eat something? Are we going to have some snacks? So yes, we are going to have some snacks.